Live Nation, Ticketmaster, is the 800-pound gorilla here. You have clear dominance, monopolistic control. This whole concert ticket system is a mess. It's a monopolistic mess. And the numbers refute many of your arguments. That's the reason we've had two, count them, two consent decrees, and why the Justice Department is now investigating violations of that second consent decree. And predatory abuses, there ought to be structural remedies, such as breaking up the company. We'll see what the Department of Justice finds. And to the FTC, we owe the duty of providing resources that are needed for more effective enforcement, and the incentives and the kinds of encouragement and support for action in this area.
Okay. So as you can see there, Senator Blumenthal is implicitly urging the Department of Justice to take action and suggesting even breaking up the Live Nation Ticketmaster merger through antitrust action. Now, here is a clip from Sam Seder of the Majority Report podcast, where he makes a great case as to how the Live Nation Ticketmaster monopoly is stifling creativity and innovation in the music world. And yeah, check this out really fast.
This is a big deal. I mean, both in the sort of like narrow confines, and not that narrow, like all music essentially is dictated by this. Like, and the thing is that the music you hear on a daily basis, you don't necessarily understand like what it does to how much music is available to you and the variety of music, because of the structure of this business will eliminate opportunities for you to hear music that's out there and eliminate opportunities for musicians to make money and for people to get inspired to become musicians. And so this is if it was only about that, it would be a big deal. But it's also about a larger movement to sort of to get rid of monopolies, whether that's, you know, things like Google, whether it's things like Facebook, Meta, whether it's things like the airline industry or the deregulation that has gone on there, whether it's hospitals, all of these things. Once these principles start to get like sort of adopted, and once they become sort of like a part of the fabric of our society again, you start to see these problems all across the board. And, you know, it not only does it help in terms of like, it's not just a consumer thing. It helps consumers, but it also helps us as citizens in terms of like having like a, you know, a wider array of opportunities for music and art and whatnot, but also it makes a difference in terms of your health. And it also makes a huge difference in terms of our politics, because these entities not only amass market share, but when they amass market share in monopolies, they also amass political power. And they use this political power, and it is never, ever, ever to the benefit of democracy, both in terms of a process, but also in terms of outcomes. So this is really important stuff. And even if your politics are significantly to the left of these.
Okay, so yeah, that was Sam Seder from the Majority Report podcast. As you can see, he did talk about how this monopoly debate regarding Ticketmaster is not only important to the world of music, but it is also impactful for a variety of industries such as healthcare. And he also talks about how monopolies are fundamentally detrimental to our democracy. The Creative Buzz podcast is sponsored by Thumbprint Gallery. Thumbprint Gallery was founded in 2009. We curate monthly and pop-up art exhibitions featuring emerging mid-career and established artists with a focus on contemporary pop culture, nostalgia, urban art, and pop surrealism. The gallery seeks to provide an eclectic and engaging atmosphere to view art by bringing people together in appreciation and support of local, national, and international artists.